All right, we're at the Evo Powersports booth. There's a ton of JP builds here. A lot of cool machines. This is the race machine that was it Todd and his son, right? Yeah, they raced this car, and it looks like it's been taking a beating, putting in work for the EVP team. So let's check out some of the parts, the hard parts they have. They have the clutching system here. We'll probably bug that guy right over there, that beautiful man from JP. And then on this wall, check out all the stuff they have here from Motec. They got all sorts of dash clusters in different sizes, plug-and-play systems for the X3 and I'm sure the RZR, and MPI steering wheels, which look freaking awesome. What steering wheel, big guy? Let me see. Dude, you gotta have all that good stuff, huh?
Oh, I just like this shit.
You want all the fancy stuff. There's no their own quick release or what?
Yeah, has a quick release.
It's probably stuck so they can't open and get it, but
I like the fucking panels. Sick, dude.
Dude, the carbon fiber is really clean. I just did my own, obviously not nowhere near on the level of this. If you guys want custom steering wheels with buttons on it, MPI is the way to go, and you guys can get those through EVP mode, which is like a sub-brand of EVP, huh? So really badass.
A few moments later.
So this is the first time I ever seen this machine. Obviously this is a street sweeper, custom everything. Got obviously Evo Powersports parts, some S3 radius rods, some custom shocks built specifically for racing. They got a turbo setup that I've never seen from Evo, so I'd like to know more about that. It looks like it's just a header and it's in a different position, but you know, obviously a giant intercooler with 3 fans on it. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen this machine ever. So obviously they're probably trying to race this on the street or the drag strip versus in the sand like some of the other machines. And it's definitely a different build than you're used to seeing from Evo. Usually they're taking over the Sand series, the Outlaw series. But this is a different, what the heck? I see NOS.
I need NOS.
So definitely something I haven't seen before. Maybe they got more tricks up their sleeve this show at the 2021 Sand Sports Super Show. Definitely some changes, so I'm very curious what's going on here. Maybe we'll get an explanation from somebody. But they got the billet intake, obviously internal engine work, full custom clutching from STM and bracing and scatter shields.
More moments later.
So we're with Jim, part owner of Evo. You mind being on video?
Not at all.
We got something here that I have not seen before. You maybe want to explain a little bit what's going on?
Sure. So this car is actually a world record car. This is the first UTV to ever break into the 5s in the 8th mile. So it's a big deal. I mean,
that's fast.
Yeah. Okay? And for, you know, these cars are light, so traction is always a problem with them. And so, you know, it was a big deal to do that. So, but you asked specifically about the turbo kit. So this car actually has our billet block, which is the same as what's there. Okay. It's also the first billet block in the UTV industry. And the reason why we do a billet block is it allows us to make ridiculous boosts with these cars. Okay, so this car is upwards of 60 pounds of boost.
60 pounds? Mm-hmm. Okay. So billet block, obviously a lot more strength when it comes to the connections at the crank and rods, everything, pretty much.
Everything.
The turbo, is that the same Desert Storm with maybe just some changes as far as that header package?
No,
this looks a lot bigger.
That's a custom turbo that Tile made for us specifically to set this record. You know, because on a small engine, you start to run into surge problems with a really small engine and a big turbo. So we worked directly with Tile, and they came up with this design for us that, you know, helped us achieve our goals in that record. So, and the other reason too that we went to something like this rather than like the normal Desert Storm is part of the problem with the Desert Storm to make this kind of power is, you know, the exhaust housing is too tight. Okay, so with this, now we can go to like a triple, you know, like an individual runner header setup into a merge collector, and then we have our choice of exhaust housings, which is really, you know, kind of what we need to get rid of the back pressure to let this thing really move some air. And
besides the turbo, obviously all the intercooler outlets and inlets are completely custom. Everything's not something you guys really sell. More just for this specific vehicle, right?
Yeah. So this one is pretty custom, but like this is our super cooler. We have this as a kit for a lot of our Desert Storm customers. This is also on our Sand Outlaws drag cars. We run the same style cooler with just the normal off-the-shelf Desert Storm type kit. So it's more efficient, you know, but like I said, everything else, you know, it's got a custom transmission, you know, full STM brake clutch package. You know, this actually is nitrous too. And
I know, I saw the bottles. You guys don't really, I haven't seen any of your posts with regards to nitrous, but obviously custom, very custom build.
Well, we want to keep it, you know, we got to keep some secrets.
Yeah, you got to keep some secrets. You got to smash some pumpkins at the drag strip, huh? Last question, the billet block. Somebody's going to ask me in the comments, is that available yet?
Yeah, so
2022 maybe?
We have some that were already pre-sold,
right?
And then we're getting another 10 of them. 10 will be completed in the next 2-3 weeks.
Okay.
So then we'll, you know, they'll be available for our customers. But you know, we've had a lot of people approach us about it. But I have so many customers right now that want the billet block.
It's not worth, you know, putting it out there because they're already pre-sold pretty much. Okay. Anything else for 2022 and beyond? New parts, products? What are you guys focusing on?
I got 70 new products that are in the process right now.
Okay.
So
we're hush about that.
Well, you know, some of it obviously has to do with the late model 21 and 22s. We're making some good progress on being able to flash those ECUs. So, you know, probably before the end of the year on that. And I think that's a big deal because a lot of that's really what a lot of people are waiting for.
Yeah, that's probably the bulk of it, getting the stage 3 tune out for most customers because they all want to run the 91, get a little bit more power. But yeah, launch control. Oh, this guy wants launch control on this 21.
It's coming. Big turbo on this car. This is a 21 car. We got our new Dynamite 2.0 turbo system on that. It's ball bearing, CHRA.
I heard the Dynamite 2.0, not Desert Storm.
Nope, Dynamite 2.0.
Okay. What's the advantages over the previous model?
So ceramic ball bearing CHRA. It's going to spool faster. A little bit bigger on the compressor side, which makes a big difference in how much power this car can make. I've got a kit now that makes almost 400 horsepower
on the Dynamite.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's a lot. I mean, the last one was 310, right? 320.
I've got a 350 kit and like a 390 kit coming.
For someone say that I wanted to get 300 to 350 horsepower, do you recommend the Dynamite over the Desert Storm?
Well, they're two different turbos, right? So one, I mean, if your goal is to drag race this car in like a mod class or even like a, you know, you're going to want the Desert Storm.
The bigger turbo.
Okay? Because you just got more airflow and that's everything with turbos. But most guys want to be able to have like, you know, a good balance of both. And the one thing about the Dynamite is spool is like stock turbo. Okay, but we can make 35 pounds of boost.
So it's in a smaller package, spools up faster, less lag, I'm assuming.
And on launch control, I can make 15 pounds of boost on launch control.
And just send it right off the bat.
Send it right off the bat.
You can still launch it in drag strip, you know, drag strip mode just fine.
Yep.
But maybe tuning will probably be a little bit better drivability.
Exactly.
Okay, sounds good.
If you want to do wheelies, Dynamite's.
I do, we do.
Yep, Dynamite's the way to go.
All right, Jim, we'll let you go. We know you're busy.
Nice
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Coming by.
And we'll see you guys maybe the next show. Camp Razor, yeah, or it's canceled.
Hey, don't worry about that. We don't need Polaris at camp.
Don't worry about that. All right, we'll see you. Thank you so much.
Take care.
We'll check out more of the cars here at the Evo Powersports booth, and yeah, mainly Gotti and Alex Rubio's car. We'll probably save that for another video. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one.